The effects of the coronavirus is still being felt massively. As the figures go up, so are the revenues going down. Hotel sector, or the hospitality industry of Ghana, is of course one of the hardest hits, like happening across the globe. On Wednesday, the Ghana Tourism Authority issued a directive on hospitality sector that was quickly countered by a directive that was issued by the Minister for Tourism and Culture. Now, what that means, based on the new directive, is that hotels can still continue to operate freely, so do the restaurants that provide take-away food.
Drinking bars and nightclubs remain closed. They cannot operate. Food chains and restaurants, including restaurants in hotels, can operate takeout and delivery services. This means that you can go to the food chain like Papaya or KFC, order your food and carry it away and have a meal in your home. Or you could go to a restaurant, order a meal and carry it away. On the other hand, you could also take advantage where they have delivery services to place a phone call, order your meal, and it will be delivered to you at home and you can enjoy your meal. So this is a clarification that we want to bring to the public and to the industry, and we hope that they will ensure compliance with these clarifications.
But what is the state of affairs in the hotels? How are they being patronized? What are the challenges they are encountering? And for starters, we are at the Airport View Hotel in Accra. We're going inside to see what is happening, what is not happening, and what the minister's directive even means to their operations. So for starters, they have their Veronica bucket at the entrance, and there's a gentleman waiting to check my temperature. Hello? Oh, 36.1, so I'm safe to go in. All right, thank you. All right, so this is Airport View Hotel, and I believe you are the boss here.
Yes, I am.
Have you been operating all this while, or you just reopened this morning based on the minister's directive?
No, Airport View has been in operation throughout this COVID season.
Okay, so there has never been a communication, a directive that says you should close. Has there ever been one?
No.
Okay, so what do you make of the directive yesterday then?
Oh, I don't know. I think it's more to create awareness that maybe some of the hotels are still open.
Okay.
Because we have remained open, and I think a couple of other hotels have remained open.
So you are open. Are you operating to maximum capacity?
That I can say no.
Okay. Can you show us some of the services you have and which have been abandoned?
Okay.
All right. So we're going to look around what they have and what they are not using. The reception area doesn't look as busy as you would expect. Where are we going to?
That's our poolside.
Okay.
Currently, I mean, even though there's no real directive on pools, but the poolside is empty for now.
So people don't use your pool?
Yes, I mean, throughout this season, up to date, maybe I'd say maybe one or two people have used the pool, but generally it's not being used.
So now you have an adjoining facility to the pool. How is that being affected too?
Yes, that's our poolside bar. Same, I mean, generally I think the directive, most, apart from in-house guests, we don't have, as the government announced, for people to dine in or come out from outside and come and have a drink. So that's not happening.
What other facilities do you have? Obviously, you would have rooms here because it's a hotel.
Yes, we do.
You want to show us some of the rooms?
Yes,
okay.
we can.
All right.
I mean, one or two of the rooms have been empty for the period. Generally, of course, as a business or as a hotel, I wouldn't say every time all rooms are occupied, but currently it's been more pronounced, dramatically pronounced. And we have a situation where a lot of rooms on a normal day are left unoccupied. Like our name depicts, it's the Airport View Hotel, and the airport is our lifeblood. Generally, I would say over 70% of our business is business which comes through the airports. So once that is done, and the airports are not working, of course, we would not be in a position to function as usual. We have an airport lounge, and for the last 2 or so months that the airport has been closed, it's not being used because we don't have traffic coming through.
Well, so this is the rooftop of this hotel. Should have been a very busy place. Huge television screens, obviously for people who have come here to watch football and other entertainment. Now, there's a table here. 2 men are sitting sharing a drink. Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Seems like you're the only 2 on the whole rooftop.
Yeah, that's very true.
What's happening here?
Yeah.
You're lonely, you're bored, or you're just fine with your bottle?
Yeah. We are tenants. We are currently sleeping here while official works are going on.
Okay.
So on break, surely they are keeping all the safety measures. Is that's the main observation I have had, and I think I'm encouraged. So I requested for just a bottle of Star. It's finished, but I think the market haven't been as usual like how it is.
Okay.
So I think they're yet to get enough drink, but they said I can only have 1 bottle.
Wow.
I'm praying for this whole thing to be over, and then we can have more. Maybe I was wishing to have 2, but I can only have 1.
I'm curious though, how are you able to drink with a mask on? Can you demonstrate that for me? I'll be very happy. Do you have a special way?
Yeah, I have a special way.
Can
A
you
little bit.
Can you show me? I'm
You
curious.
know, it's crazy, but I think we try to manage.
Okay.
No, you just have to bring a little bit down, try to be a little bit faster,
And cover it back.
and cover it back as fast as we can do.
Thank you for speaking to us. So from the drinking spot, let's go to the eating spot. That'll be the restaurant, which is also situated at the top floor here of this hotel. Buffet is set. Is it time for lunch already?
Buffet is empty.
Empty?
No buffet now.
Oh, wow. Why?
Like I mentioned, the buffets of
No food.
There's food, a la carte. Will serve you what you want, and apart from those who are in-house, who would come in and have meals, maybe on the rooftop or in the restaurant. For outsiders, we are available for you to order,
Okay.
and we could actually for walk-ins, you could walk in, order, and take home, or we could deliver to you.
So your staff here, are they the people who cook or they just serve?
These are just for service.
Okay, so waiters. I can talk to some of them as if they miss waiting on people. There's a gentleman on the phone. Hello, sir. Let me speak to you. Yeah.
I'm Joshua.
What do you do here?
I'm a waiter.
Do you miss it?
Yes, we miss it a lot. Based on the corona system, everything has been shut down. With the buffet, because of the social distancing, that's why we've closed the buffet for now.
It's a Thursday. If I had come here in January or in December last year on a Thursday afternoon, what would have been happening here by now?
Well, actually, with the normal day service, we do the breakfast in the morning. That's breakfast with bed, and then it goes with the a la carte. And then in the evening, from 5:30 to 6, we do the buffet.
That's the story of, I believe, most hotels, restaurants pretty much closed. No food, no guests, absolutely nothing. It is a challenge of COVID-19. Well, we have heard from the Airport View Hotel. We have seen how they're struggling as a hotel. We've come here for the Citi Newsroom to the Marriott Hotel, one of the global hotels, international hotels, to assess how they are also faring. How is Marriott Hotel doing in the wake of COVID-19?
Well, it's no secret. It's like the rest of the world. I mean, travel industry in general has been hardly hit, and we are no exception. Basically, we've seen record low occupancies that we've never seen them before, not only in Ghana but even worldwide.
When you say record low, what percentages are we looking at? What figures of occupancy?
Well, it depends on the days. Some days we go in single-digit occupancies. Some days we go. It's like between doesn't go even above 20. So it's between 14, 13, sometimes on a single digit.
Out of how many rooms?
Out of 205.
Wow, that's huge.
Yeah.
How are you staying above water? With all
Well,
of that?
we basically we don't. We try to manage.
Did you have to send your staff home? Some of your staff home?
Well, the majority of our staff they are at home basically, and we keep a skeleton of team that they will be able only to service the few guests that we have, and that the rest they are sitting at home. Basically, they are mainly, I would say, more than 85% of our staff they are at home. Our menu, we have to scale down our menus and so on. So our offerings, so it's not like a full-fledged services.
Massage, restaurant.
No massages, no
gym.
Gym is only limited to people whom they are staying in house, and again with keeping social distancing so it's basically 1 or 2 people at the time in the gym, so very limited. Swimming pool also is open, but it's hardly being utilized basically, and again that's only to when you have people that they are being locked almost for 2 months, it starts getting to you.
Conferences,
same thing, because though our rooms are equipped and set up for social distancing, for individually packed meals and so on, but not being utilized. Hardly any meetings or conferences taking place as of course a result of what's going on.
So how are the numbers looking for you, like in terms of revenue?
They hardly can keep the lights on basically, and I mean, it's no secret. We will not even will not be able to survive if situation continues like this. This is very difficult for our employees. We are doing some payment cuts. We have not laid off anybody, but we're doing payment cuts for everybody across the board. And it's difficult for our investors also, for our owners whom they invested this, and they have also some responsibility.
The directive from the Ministry of Tourism on the restaurants in hotels, is this something you can implement? How are you implementing it?
Well, let me put it like this. Honestly, it came as a shock for us, because with the lockdown being lifted up, that means things they start being easing up for people to move on. And came this directive. Now, it's difficult for the guest whom I had in-house that has been coming and eating his meal in the restaurant. Now I'll tell him, as of now, today, you will have to eat in your room, and you are not allowed to come down in the restaurant. It's going to be very difficult. It's confusing for us. It's confusing for our guests. So it would be great that we can get some clarity on this.
Thank you very much for speaking to us. Well, so that's another story there about survival in the hospitality industry, especially during this COVID-19. It seems to be a struggle. Big hotels are going down. Small hotels are essentially shut down. The president of the Hotels Association is my guest on Citi Newsroom. Hello, sir. So, first of all, how are you receiving this new information from the government about hotels?
Well, thanks so much for the opportunity. Honestly, for us in the hotel sector, there's nothing new. So we're a bit surprised by the directive from the GTA, which, like you said, the minister has come to correct.
Mm-hmm.
Because since March 15th, when the ban on social gathering was announced by the president, the hotels, the malls, the supermarkets were exempted.
So the directive is nothing. The implications are zero.
So there's really nothing new.
Have you costed the shutdown of the hotels? Do you know how much money is lost every day, either to the state or to the owners of the hotels?
From where I sit, it will be difficult to tell, and I have made it very clear that our state agencies have a major role to play. Exactly, to share those things. And I'm surprised that up to now, we haven't had any of these agencies come out to say that, assuming that all hotels are shut down, this is how much the state is going to lose.
Okay.
You just have to calculate the VAT.
And you can make the deductions.
You can make the deductions.
Very well. Thank you for speaking to us. So yeah, that's from the hotel's perspective. The closure clearly was non-existent, so the information sort of doesn't mean anything according to the view he's speaking. But suffice it to say, hotel owners are still struggling.